Darius Burst on the Switch, video number 1. NLG LNC BC. Back up. NLNC. Darius Burst EX Plus, another Chronicle. That's a lot of words in that title. On the Nintendo Switch. This game was provided by the Maryland Public Library System. I should probably admit this. I haven't played that many Darius games on this channel. Actually, let me rephrase that. I played a port of Darius on the Genesis, I want to say, an unofficial port. And I played the Darius game that was released on the PlayStation, the port of the Darius arcade game that was ported to the PlayStation 1, and a remaster was made, an HD version was released on the PlayStation 4. That game I played on this channel in 2022. I guess it's worth noting that while I'm not really a fan of the Darius games that I've played, Darius was probably the one Darius game I probably thought I was going to like. But as you can see from this screen right here, your screen is not broken. The original Darius arcade game was a double-wide title, kind of like the X-Men arcade game that Konami made. They took I think there were 2 screens, and they laid them next to each other to create a shooter where basically... Was it a 21:9 ratio, I want to say? But think about it. You have 2 TV screens sitting right next to each other in a super widescreen layout, which could be interesting and tactically useful in a game like this, because you can see enemies coming from a wider distance away. Well, let's be honest. It's based on the speed of the game, basically. It's based on how fast the scrolling takes place and where the enemies are laid out. But if you have a double wide screen, there are certain stage layouts you can add that you can't do in a traditional shooter, because the play field is a lot narrower. That's arguably one of the problems with Darius ports that were released on the Genesis, well, not the Genesis, but the PC Engine, I want to say. They took a game that was designed for from a double wide screen, and tried to shrink into a single screen without really adjusting the resolution, so you have problems. Stuff that you should be able to see several seconds ahead of time, they just kind of spring on you. So fair warning about that. This game doesn't really come with a manual. It comes with an insert. It's like a 4-page insert where they explain what the buttons do in multiple languages, but they just say, they don't really say what the guns do. It just says move the ship, fire shots and bombs, fire burst attack, fire fixed burst attack, but it doesn't explain what any of that stuff actually means. So that's the problem. This game looks like a very traditional Darius game, very conventional weapon system, no power. I mean, there's one gun, you can power it up multiple times. There are missiles that you pick up, you power them up multiple times. You don't switch weapons. It's just a game where you hammer down the fire button till you die. I think we can be honest about that. That's what the original Darius series was, basically. It was Outrun. It was basically Outrun, I guess, a side-scroller with an Outrun-like stage layout, branching stage paths and such. But it's so weird to see a game like this come out after Darius, where you could actually capture ships and do all kinds of wacky stuff. Like, Darius was a pretty ambitious game as far as like a side-scrolling shooter was. But this game seems to be more committed to the old school of shoot-'em-ups, which is just hold down the fire button, pick up whatever power-ups you get. You're not really making tactical decisions in that sense. It's a very conservative shooter like that. Now, there are ways to make conservative shooters that aren't terrible. I mean, I remember kind of liking Ikaruga on the GameCube. I played a bit of the demo. That GameCube game got a PC port. I played the Steam demo on this channel a few years ago. That's a very conservative shooter, because there's like one weapon, you switch colors, and you bob and weave. It's a puzzle shooter. So the conservatism might work in a game like Ikaruga, where most of the challenge comes from stage design. But in a game where you can't power up your weapons, all the challenge pretty much has to come from the enemy layout. But here we finally have a game where it's like, okay, we're going to go back to a traditional double wide screen. Did this game ever come out on the PS4? I want to say no. I'm playing this on a 4K screen. But playing this on a Switch screen can be very tiring. The text is very small. So I am going to go out on a limb and say you probably shouldn't play this game on a Switch Lite. If you're going to play this game on a Switch, play it on a traditional Switch mounted to a television. Because I can't imagine trying to look at all these tiny icons for like an hour on a tiny screen. Because remember, this letterboxing you're seeing is on the Switch screen. So that's how bad it is. So take this. Here's what you do. Take this YouTube video, shrink it to like a quarter of its size, throw it on the corner of your computer screen, and see if you can see what I'm seeing. That's what it's like playing on a Switch. Well, that's not mounted. So fair warning there. We're playing offline, of course. That's it. That's how you play the game. Shot, burst, F, burst, and turn. You press the R button to turn, which means you can flip. You can point your ship to the left, like in G Darius. But here you can do it at will. You don't just do it during boss fights. So you can flip your ship at will. Yeah, we're fine. So we're going to play again. I can barely read that text. It says Taito. See, the second line from the bottom says Taito Corporation. I can barely read that. It's very blurry. And again, I guess it's a 720p. Well, it's a 720p resolution, but they probably shrunk it down to 480 with a 480 double wide resolution. So it's probably 480p. Yeah, it's probably 1280 by 480, which would make sense for the aspect ratio they're trying to use. But the fact that I can barely see that text that says Taito, that's bad. Now, will it matter in the game? Probably not. But that's a problem. And again, it's mounted. That's right. I guess I could try mounting it in 1080p and see if that makes a difference. Because this Switch is mounted to 720p. So I could probably adjust the resolution so that it's 1080p when I mount it. But we'll see how bad it gets. Like I said, if you're playing on a Switch screen natively, it's just not gonna it's not gonna look great. It's gonna be very hard to read some of the text. Choose one of 3 difficulty levels, attempt to reach the final zone. Chronicle mode is a vast number of missions and objectives. We'll see how that works. Event mode, enjoy missions which were limited time in the arcade. Okay, so that's like a caravan mode, I guess. We'll try them all. Use all your skills on the original, head for the final zone. Not the spiral zone, but the final zone. We'll test these all out and see how it goes. I'm very leery about this game. Infinite ships. We're not going to play with infinite ships. Your score will not be recorded. This is easy mode. No score is recorded. Proceeds to zone entry without cheats. Okay, fine. Easy branches, normal branches, hard branches. Apparently choosing the bottom path is always the hardest path. So if you have a choice between going up or down, if you want to go the hard mode, you go down. If you want to go easy mode, you go up. Or the easier path. So it's I guess it's the heaven-hell dynamic, I guess you could say. Go up to heaven or go down to hell. If you want to test your metal. I can barely read that text on the left side of the screen. The first Silverhawk burst, call sign legend. Mine's a legendary Silverhawk with a burst engine giving it unrivaled attack power. Okay, I guess that's useful. The second Silverhawk burst, call sign next. And yeah, this is pretty bad. I'm playing with an HDMI splitter. I don't know if that makes a difference. Its lack of burst engine prevents it from firing a burst beam. I think I might have to... Based on burst, you can fire a black hole bomb. Best kind of hole bomb. But, That's the strongest shot in terrain penetrating leads. I guess I can try that. I don't know. So I guess they all have different types. I mean, I guess I can be picky about this. We'll start with the default. The Ryu of this lineup of ships. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. Original mode. Yeah, I'm gonna have to crank up the resolution on this so it's easier to see. Very curious how this will go. So we'll start with the Legend, then we'll swap ships a bit later. Curious how this turns out. We're not playing online. We only have one option here. Hold the burst button down to fire a powerful beam. When an enemy burst beam is about to hit your ship, fire your own beam back to enable a counter burst. So that's like the yeah, it's like the alpha beta beam basically. In G Darius. Fine. Wrong button. The B button's for the burst beam. How do I charge up the beam, by the way? Again, a lot of stuff isn't explained. So we're gathering these colored balls to power up our weapons. We have a shield power-up, a missile power-up, the missiles are firing downward, and a gun power-up, so I get more bullets on my laser here. Unfortunately, like I said, that's it. It's a very linear power-up system. No, you can't swap weapons. You can swap ships, I guess, when you die, but whatever. That was the fixed burst. I pressed the R button for the fixed burst, and that seemed to work. How long does it last? I have no idea. Again, I'm not cool with this super wide resolution because this is my screen. The idea of having this pillar boxing, this letter boxing on a screen this large isn't fine, but the resolution isn't high enough to make it worth it. Press L. Yeah, we can flip directions. So you can flip directions at will in this game. Careful. Missed. B. There we go. I guess I'm supposed to hold the button down. So again, how do I know how long my beam is? I guess this is an arcade game. They don't feel the need to tell you how to do anything. I guess if there were like a cabinet, I can look at the cabinet to see how to play this game. Okay, that was a waste. So I'll save that. So I'll save that burst beam for when he starts attacking me. Is he firing? I can shoot the scales he's shooting at me. It's like shrapnel. It's like shrapnel scales, I suppose. Am I not hitting him? I'm aiming for his mouth. I don't think I'm doing any damage. Ah! Tried to hit him. There we go. Don't think that worked very well. I tried to do the alpha beam battle. Am I doing any damage to this dude? What? Am I doing any damage to this guy? Am I doing any damage to him? He also doesn't have a life meter, so that's not very helpful either. So was G Darius in the arcade like a single screen game? Might have been. Okay, I guess I did kill him. He wasn't flashing when I shot him. I wasn't sure if I was actually killing him or not. Or maybe it's just an endurance test. I don't know. So we're going up. Be on your guard. Like Karen from Street Fighter Alpha 3, I guess. So my shield is all powered up. Well, I thought my shield was all powered up. This is my level 1 laser. Because I can't shoot the asteroids. This isn't No Man's Sky. Ow! Stupid. So I can shoot these. Yeah, I can shoot these projectiles. Whoops. This could be a problem. Didn't I see you in Strider? Yeah, this I dig. Ooh-wee! Got him. Careful! Wah. No more ship left. I might continue once, but can I switch what? Can I switch ships? No, I can't switch ships. Okay. So might as well just bounce. Yeah, let's just bounce. Warning, mind head when leaving. Okay, so this is this is a double wide arcade cabinet, okay. Yeah, so there's only one weapon, well, there's multiple weapons, but you hold down the fire button to like fire multiple weapons at once, but you can't like switch weapons. So that's somewhat unfortunate, I guess. So unlike G Darius, where you could like, you know, capture enemies to get their weapons, you can't switch weapons in this game. Like, is that just not explained? So let's try Chronicle mode and see what that does. Yeah, default entry's fine. Select a star system to capture. What are we doing here? All items, fixed equipment. What does it say? Something with a fixed set of equipment, only bonus items appear. I can barely read that text. 2 players are required to clear the area. All items, clean power-ups will appear. Yeah, that's unfortunate. What's down here? 1 credit only. It must be clear without using the continue. Okay. Keep that in mind for later. Oh, it shows the ships that we're allowed to use. Is that what's going on? Silverhawk Legend and Silverhawk Next, and it shows the difficulty level and the weapon you carry. Okay. And how powered up the weapons are when you go in, I suppose. Huh. So this is easy. So are they capping the weapon power-up? Because you can see each weapon on the left side of the screen has a certain power-up level. Okay, so we can only choose between 2 different ships here. Okay. So it's, yeah, they limit the specific ships that are allowed to complete this mission. Master the fixed burst, eliminates enemy shots and mows down enemies. Burst gauge is, I guess it appears below the ship. It's an icon that appears below the ship. Change the direction by releasing the shot button. Once the burst gauge runs out, the fixed burst will be canceled. Destroy more enemies to charge the gauge. So if I hold up, that adjusts. So if I go up, it adjusts the angle of the beam by pointing it counterclockwise, which I guess makes sense. Up means you point the beam up, down means you point the beam down. Huh. Did I pick the wrong buttons? Yeah, that's messed up. Why did my button configuration get changed? Turn with the L button. So A to shoot, B to burst. That makes more sense. There we go. Okay, that's the button layout I wanted. So can I shoot I can shoot the asteroids. Not trying to grab that blue thing until I know I'm clear. There we go. Leave me alone! Jeez. That could have been a problem. He's got the constrictor. So I lost whatever gun I had. I think I'm just supposed to keep moving so that he can't constrict me. Okay, we got him that time. Got it. Gimme. The ship does seem kind of slow, though. Maybe it's the kind of ship I'm using. It's slower than the other ship I was using. This is the next ship, right? At least this ship flashes when I'm shooting it, so I know I'm doing damage. Don't know what was going on earlier with that other fish. The boss fish. Maybe I wasn't doing any damage to it. I was just surviving. Because in G Darius, the bosses are on a timer. So if you don't kill them in like 2 or 3 minutes or something, the boss just self-destructs. Okay, that kept me alive. So I held down the B button for the burst beam, which allowed me to penetrate the other beams. Okay, what am I shooting here? What is this? Ow! Crap. That was a burst beam. Yeah, that's something. So my beam is still charging up. The beam appears below my ship. That red beam below me is the burst beam gauge. So that helps. Yeah, I kind of wish it would have did a better job of explaining that, but I figured that part out. Okay, the beam's almost fully charged. So if he tries to hit me with another burst beam, I got something for him. L. I tried to adjust the beam. So am I supposed to hold the button down to adjust the angle of the beam? I don't know. Because that's the L button I'm pressing for the fixed beam. Okay, so I can't change, yeah. Yeah, I can't choose what stage I want to go to next. Because this is a special mission mode, or whatever you call it. So it's a preset path, I guess, with certain restrictions on what ships and weapons I'm allowed to use, in a preset difficulty level. So that seems interesting. Sort of an interesting way of setting up the levels. Sort of shuffling the levels around and forcing you to use certain ships under certain conditions, which seems interesting. Instead of just making it just like a linear side-scrolling gauntlet where you choose different paths, kind of mix things up a little. Making it more of an adventure game would be nice. Like that's the good idea about having the different, you know, the different paths, because it gives you a chance to sort of choose your own adventure by choosing your own path through the stages, like an Outrun. And I was a big fan of the idea back in high school. I said more games should do that, because linear games just seem weird. By the mid-90s, the idea of a linear game just seemed too restrictive. Like, even games like Mario World let you, like, choose what stage. It had a lot of optional stages and stuff. Okay, got 2 of them. I'm just holding down the fire button. It's not particularly complicated here. Yeah, I really do wish I can switch weapons. We're just kind of stick with these. We're good. Yes, this ship is kind of slow. But in this case, the double wide screen layout isn't too bad, because the pace of the game is still kind of manageable. So the double wide just makes it a little bit more manageable than it would be otherwise. So yeah, the text is kind of hard to read, but you know, the action is parsable, so that's good. Because that was one of the major problems I had with G Darius, that after a while you were just getting swarmed, and you couldn't see where the bullets were coming from. There was too much nonsense on screen. So cleaning that up would help G Darius a lot. That and the game's just freaking unfair. I mean, it's an arcade game, like everything has to be unfair so they can get more quarters out of you. You need to pump in at least 1/4 every minute and a half, right? Are those the economics of arcade games? Fixed beam. Oh! Get careful. Ah, crap. Well, I tried. I can't switch ships. I have to do 3 of these, by the way, so we'll just see what happens when we get to the next level. Because when we die, we'll see what happens when we unlock the next level. Rigger's gonna hit me with a burst beam at some point. I think I dodged those bullets down there. Can't tell. It looked like I bobbed and weaved at it. Whoop! Way to telegraph. I don't think he telegraphed that very well. So I died because I took a shot I didn't think I'd be able to. I died because I took a shot I didn't see coming. See, that's a warning. Ah! Not strong enough. Yeah, my burst beam was not nearly strong enough for that. Yeah, I couldn't adjust the angle on that. Huh. I pressed the R button for the fixed burst beam, but I couldn't adjust the angle. So that sucked. Ah, crap. Okay, we'll probably just end up ending the video. We're not ending the video, we'll switch to a different mode a bit later. I want to see what else this game has. I don't know. Like I said, this feels too conservative for me. Can't switch weapons. There's a very linear power-up system. You're not like choosing what weapon to equip at any given time. So that's unfortunate. Crap. How close are we to beating this guy? I don't think that fixed burst beam did any good. Yeah, I don't think it did any good. Ow! Think maybe I can sneak behind him? What do you think? Okay, he's pretty smart. He's able to switch directions on me. Trying to make it interesting. Okay, that makes it a bit easier. He's still gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot in the opposite direction. That's hilarious. So I have less real estate back here. I thought this might be a better option. He can't fire the super beam on me, so that's good. Ah, yeah, I can't get back over. That's the problem. I don't know the opening for me to get back to the other side. How long is it going to take for me to get through this guy? Yeah, that didn't work. I take a shot to my shield. Ah! Shield down. Okay, this takes too long. This is the same problem I have with G Darius. The boss fights just take too long. Got him. Press R for the fixing. So now, okay, so I think I moved to the left and the beam went upward. I thought I was supposed to hold up to get the beam to go upward. Final zone is over. So 2 continues and I won. I wasn't particularly thrilled with that, if I'm being honest. So I guess I get something resembling victory. So was this in that R-Type? Well, that R-Type Tactics game that came out a while ago, that was actually a turn-based game. Okay, so it's like a, well, it's a hex map. That's hilarious. How do I feel about the music? It's like a chillin' vibe. So how we doing? Okay, so it's a double wide screen, but you're supposed to sit down. Huh. I guess I thought it was a stand-up arcade with a double wide screen. Like Ninja Warriors, right? Okay, so what's event mode? This is a tour, basically. New assaults. Dates and times relate to the arcade version and are provided for entertainment. Okay. So it's like a caravan mode. Score attack. We'll sample one of each, one of the blue and one of the green. No limitations. So we're no limit soldiers, huh? We already chose the next. How about the origin? Doesn't have a burst engine. That can't be good. Can't be good at all. Waves of wide powerful showers which the enemies and scenery alike. It's a perfect weapon to hit enemies hiding behind obstacles or blasting large numbers at once. Bombs can be fired rapidly and are very powerful. Okay, it's fine. But the real problem, like I said, the real problem is that you can't switch weapons. You can only switch ships when you can only switch ships by starting the game over. So I guess you're like choosing okay, Axelate lets you switch weapons, but there are no power-ups. So that's another sort of conservative shooter. But you're allowed to choose your loadout before you start the mission, so yeah, I guess it's kind of like Axelate in that sense. Hold on, the buttons got changed again. Why can this game never remember what I chose? You know, burst beam. Okay, fine. All right. Just a second. So if there's no burst, I have a bomb. Okay, fine. So it means I can hold both buttons down, I suppose. How many bombs do I have? Let's try that. Okay, I don't have any bombs. Okay, fine. I don't have any bombs. Missed. I got him. Okay, that was a bit excessive. Jeez. This is a caravan mode. You're supposed to find the most optimal, you're trying to find the optimal strategy to get the most points. So instead of shooting at, you know, tiles on the ground like in Space Megaforce or Spriggan, that PC engine game, you're shooting at these massive swaths of enemies. You're trying to get as many points as you can. Am I on a timer? No, but it was probably like a timer combined with a score chase. But there's no like timer like in a caravan mode. It's just get as many points as you can. It's a score attack. Heads up, this could be a problem. Okay, I thought they were gonna shoot something. Careful. You don't have time for this. Okay, I survived that. Oh, you can zoom in and out? What? So you can press the ZL button to zoom in. That's a wrinkle I wasn't expecting. When was that going to be explained? Okay, I somehow survived that. Yeah, there's nothing here explains the zoom in, zoom out function. I'm not saying it helps. Maybe it would help in certain scenarios. I wonder if you can do that with the text. Flip. Got him. So that's cute. Careful. Come on! How's I supposed to get through that? Bombs? I don't have any bombs. Yeah, I don't have any bombs. Yeah, it sucks. I don't have any... Do I have any... What, are they bombs or are they missiles? I'll hold down the ZR button. Is that a bomb? Oh, there are the bombs. I wasn't paying attention. Wrong button. Wrong button. Ah, ZL. It was Z. It was R, not ZR. This won't do any good from this distance. Crap. How about we just ignore the bombs entirely and just focus on killing this guy? Ow! Bastard. Yeah, ignore the bombs. Just work on surviving. Sounds like a good idea. Wow. Just took big fat L on that one. And he's dead. So, 2 deaths and whatever the stopwatch said. Oh, there's another zone? Okay, so I guess it's not just one stage. But if we die again, we're going to end it. I'm kind of curious how I do. Yeah, let's just ignore the bombs and just focus on shooting what's ahead of us. If we hit someone with a bomb, so much the better. Ow! Ah, crap. I'm just getting sloppy. Jeez. Pretty relentless. Look out, look out, look out. Jeez. Okay. You have to worry about killing him. I just need to dodge him. I was gonna say, I hope he doesn't shoot. Not dead! Okay, they're not gonna shoot again, that's good. So I survived those 2 bursts. This gun sucks. Oh, did I take a hit? I think I died. I lost all my power-ups. That's probably the problem. This gun sucks. Sucks less now, but like I said, very linear power-up system. I can shoot those yellow beams, so that's cool. Probably gonna shoot. Yeah, he's gonna shoot. Ah! Yeah, they went to the other side and decided to take a pot shot at me. Got one. Yeah, I got 2 fire missiles. Nope, yeah, I can fire in 2 directions now. Holla at your boy. Ow. Well, did I lose all my power? I think I only lose 1 power-up level when I die. Which is nice. Yeah, I like the idea that you have to, like, switch, that you have to, like, pay attention to what's going on behind you, not just what's in front of you. So that idea is nice in a game like this. Okay, shoot the crawfish. Am I hitting? I think I'm hitting it. And I don't have a, yeah, I don't have a, what you call, I don't have, yeah, I don't have a burst beam on this ship, so that's the problem. And it can't hit it with the bombs. Yeah, so I can still dodge the beam, I just can't counter it. Especially not with this ship. So you have to design the bosses so that that beam can be avoided, because not every ship can counter that. Not every ship has a beam that can counter that. Whoops. We'll beat this boss and we'll end this particular part of the tour. I might try out Emax mode just for funsies, but I'm not expecting it to go well, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm hitting him. Ah. I can shoot those spines. Keep forgetting to use my bombs. I don't know if the bombs can hit the spines, though. I'm doing damage to him, right? That crap! I knew that was coming. Knew it was coming, too. Careful. So you're supposed to aim for the things on the top of his body, I guess. On the top of his carapace. Are we done? Okay, we're good. Careful. Yeah, I thought that was my safe spot. Ah! Yeah, they can't. These fights just last forever. I mean, obviously I'm not doing them right, but this idea, maybe there should be a boss timer on every battle. I don't know. Then you just get a bonus for beating the boss before it self-destructs, like in Radiant Silver Gun. You know what I mean? Careful. Careful. Yeah, I got him. I got him. How many points did I get? 669. 44 million points. Okay, I'm not gonna keep playing this. Okay, so we'll back out of this when we're done. We'll back out of this when we die one more time. Then we'll just try out the EX mode or whatever it's called. See how long we last there. That! Wow. Just wow. I got a full shield power up coming up. It's just a chillin' vibe soundtrack. Come on. It's not gonna last, just call it. At least the beams give you an extra range on your attack. So you don't just have to shoot straight ahead. So there is that. I'm shooting backwards now. Careful. What's that gray power-up I got? Ha! Got him. Yep. Okay, enough. Calling it. Okay, we'll try out the EX mode, see how we do. Shame, really. Nah. I admit I'd rather play Radiant Silver Gun. I mean, there are a couple of... I think there's a Raiden Cross and Mikado Yeah, it's a game called Riding Cross Mikado or Mikado. That's also out on the Switch. Need to try that one out. I played it for like 10 minutes. Supposed to be at the library, so I'll see how that goes. But for shooters, like, what are our options here? There's no Gradius. Yeah, there's no Gradius remake, is there? Well, it might be available digitally. Yeah, they didn't make a physical version. It's a shame, really. Expert, extreme. Okay, so this is just expert modes. We're just gonna get our butts. We're gonna get our butts burned. We'll see how it goes. How about Murakumo? Support unit. Sounds interesting. Like I said, we'll see how it goes. Fire the compression burst by holding the burst button while you have support units active. Okay. Firing the beam charges the burst impact, which when ready can be fired by releasing the burst button. Okay. A counter burst can be activated by touching enemy. Yeah, sure. Fire the compression burst by holding the burst button while you have support units. Remember, I've got the switch buttons. How to play. Pressing the turn button, yeah. Each ship has different capabilities. I understand that. Green powers up the bomb. Red powers up the shot. Blue, I guess, powers up the shield. Okay, so I gotta switch my buttons around. Shot, unit, C burst. We want to turn with L. It's a counter burst, I guess. We'll see what that does. So they're doing sort of an R-Type Delta thing. Or is it R-Type Final, where they have different ships messing? We have different ships to play with. B? Oh, you can change how they rotate. Okay. B again. So if you want to fire in a straight line, B again. Okay, so let's try the rotating options. Like in Gradius 3. Ah, careful. This beam doesn't seem to destroy the... Yeah, it does destroy regular projectiles, so that's fine. Oh, now they can trail behind you. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is a Gradius-like setup. This ship I dig. Yeah, I like this one. Whoops, I lost my companion ships. So that's a problem. So they aren't invincible like the ghost ships in Gradius, unfortunately. They can press the button again to get them to hold their position. So if I lose my companion, how do I get it back? Is you can abuse this to get a wider area of fire. You can abuse the trailer ships to get a wider area of fire. The imprinted geese ships, I guess you could call it. Careful! I think I lost my shield. Ah, crap! Can I get the red power up? Well, it's already powered up anyway. That was the fixed beam. We just need a targeted rate of fire here. Again, am I doing any damage to this guy? Well, I have to aim for the fins. That seems to be it. I need to aim for the fins. Is that it? Aim for the fins? Remember, this is extreme mode. This won't go very well. Okay, one of the fins is dead. Okay, aim for the one on the bottom. Am I actually shooting it? I can't tell. Ow! Bastard. Yeah, I thought I got the fin that was on the bottom. I can't tell. Yeah, I can't tell if I'm actually hitting him. You aim for the one on the bottom, right? Do I have to get behind him? No, I think he's dead. So that's probably why that fight lasted so long earlier. I wasn't shooting at the right part of the body. We're going up. Yes, this is going to be... Yes, this is a harder difficulty. So we'll end the video when we die here again. Yeah, this ship seems cool. So if I restart, can I restart with a different ship? Careful. Any more blues and reds, I guess. Yeah, my gun is all depowered. Crap. Can't weave around that. I can turn around, though. Like this. Ha! Suckers. I like your boy. Imagine being able to turn around 180 degrees in a shooter. Ow! A quick turn, if you will. Ah! No. So we'll bank our 4 million points. So it's a bench with a double wide TV screen. And I guess there's some light on the above your head to kind of give you some backlighting. I don't know. So we'll try one of these other ships just for funsies. So we're going to end the video pretty soon. Let me try something. Next, Origin, Formula, Gaiden. Yeah, the Murakama seems interesting. Genesis Silverhawk. Dun 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 dun. Quick press of the burst switches different between different formations. Yeah, it seems cute. Like I said, I guess I'm gonna sample them and restart and see if I can. I want to see how they work. But it's the larger problem of this not having any real power-ups. You're just kind of... There are different ships, but you can't switch during the fight. You have to die and start over from the beginning. So it's like having a different loadout entirely. But I guess in a way it's like... It's also like Axelay, so I guess that's not terrible. Turn. Alpha burst the R button, that's fine. Shot with A. Yeah, why is that not saved? I have no idea. 45 degree burst. So is this like Soul Feast? So we have that. We have the trailers. And we have the lock. We have the lock in. So they're locked in top to bottom. Here they're 45 degree lock in. Then you press the button again for trailers. Okay, so we'll stick with this for now. The 45 degree seems like a pretty good idea, if I'm being honest. You see the powered up gun. Yeah, see, this seems perfectly fine. For certain situations, of course. I think they're invincible in this formation. Ah, careful, wow! What was that blue crap he shot at me? You gotta get up close. Melee damage. Higher rate of fire. So what do I need? I need red I need red and blue the most, I would argue. The green's just for the missiles. That they're just bombs. Yeah, give me the 45 degrees for these guys. Okay. So we're back on this again. Restart. Can I choose a different ship, though? I might not be able to choose a different ship. I'm not able to choose a different ship, so that... So I have to back all the way out to choose a different ship, and that's not cool. So there are a bunch of other ships I can try out. I'm just curious what my options are. There are probably 3 more ships I have to play with. We'll see how it goes. So, original... Well, if we do Chronicle mode, what are our options here? There's only one starship I can select. Silverhawk, Formula. We can try the Silverhawk Formula, that's for funsies. Origin Hawk. Yeah, we've already determined that, okay. We'll try the Formula. Let's see. Flagship whose form resembles a cuttlefish. Does look very cuddly to me. Pretty sure I already chose this ship. Press the shot button twice? Because I'm pretty sure I already did this. Okay, this is a different ship, okay. Now, is the gray one just for points? Button configuration. Turn with L. Because it's like it's a traditional ship. Not changing buttons this time. Can't be faded. Haha. I just have a vertical scrolling stage, admittedly. This is just a ship with a fancy burst gun, I guess. Yeah, I can't adjust the angle on it. Yeah, I can't adjust the angle on it, so I don't know what the angle is on this gun. Okay, so you have to adjust the angle on the burst, but I wasn't really sure how to do that. Okay. Couple more ships, I guess, we have to practice with. We're almost done with the video. We're still going. 1 hour marathon, you know how it goes. So what are the other options? Origin, Formula, next. Nah, these are all Silverhawks. Yeah, these are all Silverhawks. So we'll choose the regular mode. Next, Origin, Formula, Gaiden. Black hole bomb sounds cool. Second Silverhawk. I guess we can try the second Silverhawk. I don't remember choosing the Gaiden Silverhawk. Is it like Darius? Yeah, Darius Gaiden was on the PC Engine, I want to say. It was a CD-ROM game. So we got a black hole bomb. So what are our options here? Let's see. Fine. So when the gauge is charged, you can just press the B button for the black hole bomb. Like that. And that's how you play Darius Gaiden. Was that also a Saturn game, I think? So I gotta sample the music later, see what's going on. Might be interesting. Yeah, now we're talking. Oh, my gauge isn't full. Well, it's full now. Not dead. No, now he's dead. Penetrator. Didn't I see that in Saints Row 4? Gauge is not full. Might be about 10-15 seconds for the gauge to fill up. Die! Jeez. Penetration is good, but the inability to, the lack of strength seems to be a problem. It's a fully powered up beam. So I mean, yeah, that's the strategy for this guy. Like, okay, fine. How much damage did that do? I have no idea. It's gonna be another 10 seconds before I can unleash it again, unfortunately. But the penetrator helps. It means this boss should be a lot easier. Unless it's been changed based on the ship that I'm using. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I shot off its fins. I don't know if I'm doing any damage to this guy. Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing any damage to this guy right now. Yeah, stuff is flashing, so I'm doing some damage. Just don't know how much. And I got him. Okay, so that's enough of that. A couple more ships I probably have to play around with. I'm gonna have to create a bonus video later. I said we're playing offline. Stop complaining about that. Yeah, back out. I want to choose a different path just for funsies. Legend. Formula, guidance, second, assault. It improves pawn next. I have no idea what he was talking about. It might have a better shield. I don't know. We'll try that out later. Straight laser. Oh, what? Hyper. There's an arm. Let's see what it does. Let's see how this do. So I wonder what Darius game this is from. Ah, that was just dumb. Just monumentally dumb. Oh, you just hold down the B button for bombs. Okay, so yeah, you just hold down both buttons and that's all you can do. There's no burst gun, I guess. Yeah, there's no burst gun. It's just a traditional Darius gun. Bog standard Darius ship. But when you power it up, you get a wider variety of weapons, I suppose. Okay, that was dumb. Took a dumb hit to the face there. And the yellow power-up kills everything on screen. Okay. That was a dumb hit I just took. Ah! Not good. Level 3 guns are good. Careful. A slightly wider range of fire. Seems interesting. Fully powered up. This is a fully powered up gun we got here. So it's this guy again. Ah, okay, enough. One, maybe two more ships. I don't know. We'll have to do another video probably. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Formula Guidance, second assault. Okay, so that's all of them. This is the last ship. Let's just see how it do. Play on hard mode here, which is probably a bad idea. Wave is a penetrator. Penetrates scenery. After pressing the spark burst, press the burst button once more to activate it. It can do it. Okay, so it's like a remote control group. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Press B. So you press it once to release it, and you press it again to unleash it. So you release the bomb, then you blow it up. I suppose that's what that's about. That's it. That's all I get, huh? Yeah, that's all I get. So whatever. Wrong button. Yeah, wrong button. Now these weird little blue balls that leave my ship. Don't know what that's about. Are they super bullets? Ow! Well, this is hard mode, so... That's it. That's all I get. I have these blue balls. Blue balls and penetrators. That's how we do in Darius, I guess. So yeah, not particularly great. Some ships seem interesting, though. Yeah, so you unleashed it. Whoop, that was just ran right into that thing. Good lord. Help. There we go. Ah, crap. Hard mode. Yeah, this ship isn't great. Might be useful for certain applications, probably not for this one. If you want a challenge, you can play each mode with different ships, which is always nice, I suppose. Nice to see a feature like that in a lot of games. Okay, so the meter determines how long that black hole lasts. When I press it again, it recharges. Okay. So you're consuming a meter to keep the black ball on screen. To keep the black hole burst on screen, I guess. Wrong button. Yeah, that was the wrong button. We'll continue. Yeah, we have no more ships left. Okay, we're fine. Okay, so the meter's completely empty now. Okay, so I guess we're done with this game. So what do I think? It seems interesting in a couple of places, but only two of the ships seem really that fun to use. So the ones with the rotating options seem like a lot of fun. Most of these other ships just seem like bog standard Darius ships. Again, linear upgrades aren't great. But unlike Axela, you can't like switch weapons at will, so very conservative game. Yeah, we're out. But I did get 48 million points in less than an hour of playing this game, so that was cool, I suppose. So we'll do an audio check so I can end this video. Darius Burst EX Plus, another Chronicle. Now where's the options? Rank, C, B, Cab, N, L, N. Darius Burst on the Switch, another Chronicle. Video number 1.